fans really jumped on a little bit of that, and it just picks your whole bench up. And yeah, you don't want to let anybody down.
Is this as close to a playoff atmosphere as you're going to get in the regular season?
I think so. You know, it's a big game for them, big game for us. You know, they lost last night. You know, we were fortunate they played last night. It was a back-to-back game, and we were a little bit fortunate there. But they came with a lot of detail in their game and came hard on us. I thought the first half of the game we controlled them pretty well. The second half of the game they got a little more momentum.
Seems like every time you guys are down 5-on-3, you're in the second period with the long change.
Yeah, that makes it a little difficult.
Just talk about the three guys.
The guys that were out there did a great job in terms of the battle. They jumped on, a couple pucks were passed, and they were sort of bouncing we attacked it, and we were able to get it out a couple times, and that was huge. It forced them to make a couple unforced errors, and that's, if you can do that, you can survive it. You get a save, a couple whistles, and obviously a big draw. So those all, they all count and eliminate that power play, and it's huge. It's absolutely huge. I mean, if they score 2 goals on that 5-on-3, it's a totally different game.
Can you assess Kostitsyn's play at this point in the year? Are you getting about what you expected, more, less?
No, Sergei got off to a slow start. He broke his toe at the start of the training camp, and there were some things that he just was having trouble getting some traction, and there were some things in his game, and he finally started buying in a little bit, and then we had a couple injuries, and he started getting a bigger role, and I think he likes what we do, and we've got a good partnership, and he's been really, really good. He's, a lot of confidence with the puck. Can do a lot of different things. We've made him a key guy on our power play, and I don't think he could ask for a better situation in terms of role. And he's just, you give players opportunity, they got to get it done, and he's getting it done right now.
When did you start using him to kill penalties? Is that evolved?
Well, actually, we've done that. He did it a little bit earlier through training camp. He broke his toe, killing penalties. That was actually the first role we gave him, trying to just increase ice time and make him, earn a little bit of a 5-on-5 situation he was getting, plus the penalty kill, and then earn the power play, and he's done that, and he's sort of, taken his game to a real solid level.
Coach, 6, 12, and 17 are Rene's saves by period going up. Any kind of explanation as to why they work a
little bit of the 5-on-3 in the second period probably had something to do with it. But they put a lot of volume on shots. I mean, I thought we got away from putting pucks to the net. I thought we got away from managing the blue line. We tried to make plays, carry the puck over the blue line and make plays. And instead of kicking it outside, driving it, force them to respect the outside speed. We didn't. We just kept turning pucks over in the middle of the ice. And they're such a good counter team. And if you keep doing that, you're going to get 0 shots, and they're going to get some off the rush. They're going to get some off of secondary chances, and they did. And then in the third period, we got sitting back and stopped. I'll say stopped working. We didn't. We played too safe in some areas. Like, we didn't go after people hard as we wanted to, and therefore they got a little momentum and put a pretty good volume of shots on that.
And did the coaching staff and the players, did they miss seeing Alice Cooper out there performing like the fans?
I heard it was great. Got to meet him, which is, I'm a big fan. School's Up for the Summer. That was our favorite song growing up, man. But it's really good. He's a legendary performer, and I heard him and Vince were really, that's sort of a contradiction in what they both have done in their careers, and I heard it was really good, and that's really, I think, special. It's the special things that can happen in Smashville here, where you get, Vince Gill. You saw the person coming back from Afghanistan early, and Alice Cooper comes and sits up there, and it's a pretty cool place.
Coach, you seem to have a pretty solid top 6 right now. Are you really happy with what they're doing, and how are you going to integrate some of the injured players like Sabatos and O'Reilly to come back into that? Well,
it's all going to have to be a little bit of performance-based. I mean, I've got guys on like Sullivan, first game back, I didn't want to use him a whole lot. His first game back for Spalling in the middle. and Sully just said he was going to play after practice yesterday. He was going to be ready to try it. So, I was probably a little more cautious than I needed to be with that line. But at the same time, when they were out there, they did a really good job. I thought first period they did some good things offensively and were slow to react defensively. And I think as the game went on, they were doing a better job on both ends of the ice, and they were, instrumental even though they played limited minutes.
Edmonton a trap game on Monday?
Well, it can be, but at the same time, we talked about that. He says, Saturday night you're playing Detroit and the full building and you get a big win and all that, but Edmonton's a really fast hockey team. I mean, and they've added Hemsky and Eberle since that. So, is it a trap game? It's not a trap game if you respect your opponent and you play the way you're going to need to play. We're going to need a great effort to beat Edmonton. They're playing really well right now. They've got no restrictions in terms of where they want to do. They just want to be better every game, and they've got an exciting young group of guys that if you let them dangle and let them play the way they can, they are really dangerous. They've got an exciting future for them, and Happy Bueller can just stand on his head some nights as well. So we'll just have to be ready for it.